water?
Please.
I know him.
Ooh-wee.
Here, you can adjust that, yeah.
Good evening, family.
Good evening. There you go, it's open. Be careful.
Okay. So I'm a little nervous, so bear with me, huh? But, I'm Rob. I'm a crackhead, alcoholic, and whatever else you got in your pocket. I'm a real one. So, I'm the son of Bob and Katie Bartlett. I was born in Monrovia, California. Born and raised. San Gabriel Valley. What time is it? I'm here tonight to share some of my experience, strength, and hope. And you know, if I touch one of you, then I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, I can touch more than that, because I'm gonna bring it. I'm gonna bring you the truth. I'm gonna tell you the truth. So, I knew at an early age that I wasn't quite right. You know what I'm saying? I was born with an enormous amount of talent. I played football, basketball, baseball, and excelled at all three sports. But I was a liar, a cheat, and a thief at the same time. I was also blessed with some charisma, so I could lie right to you and have you believe me. And that's not easy for me to tell you. That's not easy for me to tell you, because I don't want you to think I'm a liar. You know what I'm saying? But I do. I do. Growing up as a kid, you know, I grew up in a dysfunctional home on the inside, but on the outside, it was roses, a rose garden, you know what I mean? My dad was the mayor of Monrovia, which was tough, because I felt like all eyes were on me at all times. And being his son, I wanted to make my own name, and I had sports to do that. And sports did do that. I did have my own name, and I took full advantage of it. Full. I was a big man on campus, well known, and I abused it. I often say, and a lot of you know this about me, that I wish I was as humble then as I am now. Because I understand what that humility did to me. But it didn't just do it to me, it did it for me. You know, I got humble many times over. I'm not gonna stay in the disease a whole lot. I'm gonna talk about it, but I'm not gonna tell you what happened, and because it happened to all of us. I will say that. I will say this though: everybody in this room is chosen. You're chosen to be here. You're blessed, and me personally, I got to get grateful for that every day, on a daily. If I'm not, I know it. I know it. Like right away. You ungrateful, and excuse me, Roxy, if I use some foul language, but that's part of my story. You know what I'm saying? It's just gonna come out. It's just gonna come out once I get into it. I'm a little nervous, like I said right now, but once I get into it, it might get a little funky, and I apologize. I apologize now for it. There's some people, you know, that I need to thank first off, you know, and rather than just point them all out, I want to thank the whole Fred Brown organization. All right, everybody, from Nancy to Abel to Sunshine to Liz, Joy, Yesenia, everybody. There's too many names for me to name and for me to remember, because I am 59 years old and motherfucker got old. You know, my memory is out there sometimes, and I'm probably gonna jump around different places. I had to write down an outline because I would be all over the place, real. So, like I said, I knew early on that I heard that. Now, see, if I was on one, I'd be ducking and shit. What? Who is out there? And even when there wasn't, even when I didn't hear shit, I heard shit. And that shit be loud too. You know what I'm saying? I hear DEA coming 2 blocks away. Shit. Oh, they coming for me. They know. So here's the deal. I got a sponsor. His name is Jimmy A. He's out of Pasadena. He's been my sponsor for 9 years. I've had a little bit of clean time. I've been at this for over 30 years. Over 30 years. I haven't had a 2-year birthday yet. So if that tells you anything, it tells you that I can stop, but I can't stay stopped. All right? Yesterday I got 11 months. Thank you. So what it was like for me, it was cold, and it was dark. It was lonely. There was some despair, shame, guilt. It was ugly, nasty. I know you know what I'm talking about. So I called my sponsor today. I told him I'm speaking. I said, man, I don't know what to tell him. He said, tell him the truth. Tell him the truth. He said, Rob, you've been doing this long enough. So let him have it. So I'm gonna give you what I got. Okay? I'm gonna give you what I got so I can keep it. Cause I need that. Real shit. I'm a motherfucking drug addict. Like hardcore. And it's hard to get up here and say that in front of however many people are in here. It's hard for me to say it in front of one person. But that's how I get down. I tell the truth today. And I ain't afraid to let you see my feelings. Because I don't give a fuck how you feel about me. Okay? It's how I feel about me. And that's the important thing. And how God looks at me. And am I doing the right thing? Am I doing what he wants me to do? Because that's the problem. That's my problem. All right? Drugs and alcohol, that was my solution. I used that to cover everything else. Because I didn't like me. See, because when I'm in my disease, I'm an unlovely creature. I'm not even a motherfucking human. I'm a creature. And that's real talk. That's real talk. I'm not a nice guy. I do some foul stuff, man. And I regret it later. And I pay for it later. You can best believe. Okay? Even when I'm at home sitting by myself, wishing that I wasn't going to get another one. I'm hating life. I don't even want to do life. I want to leave. I need to get out of here. So I go get me some shit. I don't have to do that today. All right? And I don't have to do a whole lot today. It's some things that I don't have to do. Okay? Not some shit I have to do. I do have to do some stuff, but the thing that I don't have to do is put one in me. Regardless of what it is. A first drink, a first hit, a first whatever. Okay? And so why do I get loaded? Not just because I'm trying to get to a different place, but I used to like the effects. That's why I drank. That's why I smoked. Because I used to like the effects of it. But eventually that shit turned on me, man, like a double-edged sword. Like a boomerang. Wow! And that son bitch hits back. You know what I'm saying? And it hits back hard. And at some point, you know, they say you cross an invisible line, you know, and I wish I knew that shit then. Because I sure would have tried not to cross it. I probably would have. But I would have tried not to cross that invisible line. See, because once you cross it, you can't go back. You can't go back. And here's some facts I want to give you about our disease. Okay, and you know, I told you I was an athlete, and you know, when we played our next opponent, we would study them and see what they like to run, you know, what they would do on first down, what they do on second down, what they like to do in short situations, long situations. We would know. We studied them. So I would advise you get to know your opponent, okay? And first of all, his mission is to kill your ass. I don't think you heard me. Its mission is to kill you and me. All right? But before it does that, it's going to destroy everything you love. And it's going to make you watch. That's a cold piece. You better know what you're dealing with. I know I do. I need to know. And like I told you, I've been at this for 30 years, so I'm hard-headed. I keep trying to find the easier, softer way. But there ain't one. There's some shit you got to do. You got to put on your big boy pants to get down in this. This ain't for little boys and little girls. You got to grow up a little bit to do this. I know I had to. I wouldn't have got it any other way. And here's another thing I want to share with you. You don't have to do this shit no more. Because I already did it for you. And I'm telling you the truth. So, some of the reasons that I would drink and drug were I wasn't good enough. I wasn't happy with myself. I wasn't tall enough. I didn't play well enough that night. I played real good that night. That's how it progressed in me. All right? But I didn't know that then. I wish I had. But it took what it took for me to get here. It took what it took. And you know what? I'm thankful for those experiences now. Because I get to use my own experience to change my life. But that's not me. Right? I got blessed with the connection to God. Okay, and God is who I choose to call my higher power. You call him whatever you want to. It could be one of them rocks out there. It don't matter. It don't matter. But you need to believe in something other than you. See, because me is what got me here. Me. Nothing else. The drug didn't get me here. That's just something I took. I got me here. I got me here. This got me here. See, because we suffer from a threefold disease, right? There's the obsession of the mind, right? So it's centered in my head. My disease is centered in my head. I can't shake this motherfucker. It go wherever I go. I don't know if you heard that. I cannot shake it. And back in the day, I could move. I could shake it. I could shake you. But I can't shake this. It's with me wherever I go. And it ain't going nowhere. And here's another thing. It says that it's cunning, it's baffling, it's powerful. There's another thing that should be in there. It's not to me. It's patient too. It'll wait. It'll wait. Just for the right time so it can tweak the truth, right? So that's what happens to me. That's what happens to me. I don't know about you guys, but that's what happens to me. I believe the lie one more time. See, because my head tells me, Rob, you can go get the dub. Ain't nobody gonna know. Ain't nobody gonna know. Just me and you. Come on now. And that thought will stay with me until I had to find another route. See? And I'll get to that route in just a second. The second part of the trifold is the allergy, okay? Which means that once my head tells me to go get one and I put it in, I wake up the disease. Now, now my body is in control. And it's like making love to a gorilla. All right? It ain't over till the gorilla says so. You feel me? You feel me? It's on and popping. And I got no defense. My head would tell me, go get me another one. And my body would say, let's go. Whether I want to or not. Whether I want to or not. It's on. Okay. So we got 2/3 of it. The third fold is a spiritual malady. Okay? And a malady meaning something's wrong. Unbalanced. Off. Okay? So my spirit is off. And you know, for a long time I still believe this, that every time you put a drink or a drug in us, it shuts it it shuts a door on God. Now he's got to go around or he's got to go over, and then you put another one in. He's just about to get to you. He's just about to get to you, and you put another one in, and that door shuts and locks. Pretty soon, you know, you draped in this black cloth. You seen them out there? You seen them out there? They draped. They covered. God cannot get his light to them. That's why I said earlier in the speech that we're blessed. We were chosen. We were chosen to sit in this seat. I'm honored to be up here tonight. I mean, I'm scared as hell, but I'm honored. Thank you, Nancy. So, that spiritual malady is, you got to get in touch with something that's bigger than you. I had to get in touch with something that's bigger than me. Something I believe that could take away what I could not. What I could not. So I go to God. And here's my prayer every morning. God, I offer myself to you to build with me and to do with me as you will. Now see, I'm telling God, take me. Because I don't know how to live. Not on life's terms. Not on life's terms. I only know how to live Rob's terms. And if you ain't living like that, we're going to have a problem. Simple as that. So, in order for me to get away from that, I gotta pray. And I'm not talking about I gotta get on my knees and all that. See, because I'm not a religious type of guy. I'm not a church guy, but I'm very spiritual. And I got to look back, right? Now, it says you do something about our past, but we don't shut the door on it, right? So I get to look back at my past, and I realize that, man, I was blessed and didn't even know. Thought it was me. Thought I did all that, right? But that was some God-given talent. And now I get to share with you where it really came from. See, because I don't know how to stop. I don't know how to stop using drugs, and I don't know how to stop drinking. So I have to turn my will over to something else that I believe in, whom I choose to call God. Right? And so here's how I got here. And this story will never change. I've had a little bit of clean time. I know I got not enough time, but I'm gonna shoot this at you real fast so you understand where I'm coming from. I've had a little clean time. I said the third step prayer. If you guys are familiar with that, I gave you a little bit of it at the beginning or earlier. I say the third step prayer. I get connected to God. I also asked God. I was on my way to work. I had partied the night before. I wanted to stop, but I couldn't. I wanted to, but I couldn't. I asked God, please help me one more time. And then at the end of the third step prayer, I said, God, please reveal to me what I need to know to stop. And an hour later, I was walking off my job. All right, my boss said some shit to me that was inappropriate. And I wasn't having it because I actually put a blade in his neck. You know how in a movie where they show a scene and something goes down and then there's some gruesome shit happens and then it goes back to the movie to what really happened? You know what I'm talking about? Well, that's what I saw. I saw myself kill my boss. And I'm going to prison for life, you know? And if I don't kill him, he's going to kill me. So I'm either dead or I'm going to prison. So I asked God earlier, please reveal to me what I need to know. And he did. He did. And I walked off my job. And as I'm walking off, I threw my hands up in the air. And I said, God, I'm taking a leap of faith. Because I don't know what else to do. I'm taking a leap of faith. Show me what you can do through me. And on God, I heard, keep that pipe out your mouth and I got you. Keep that pipe out your mouth and I got you. And that was 11 months ago. This is the absolute truth. It will never change. Whenever you ask me about what happened that day you walked off your job, I will tell you the same thing. See, because I ain't got to lie no more. I ain't got to juice this shit up. It's some real shit. I went to God. I went to God, and He did for me what I cannot do. Okay? So, I had a spiritual awakening that day. The Spirit was always in me, but I'd be ducking and dodging that. You know what I mean? I'd be hiding sometimes because I felt ashamed. Felt ashamed of some of the shit I did. But that's in the past. It's over. It's done. I can't bring it back. I can't do nothing about it. Okay? Except lead a clean life today. And do what is required of me today. And sometimes it's not even today. It's 5 minutes. All I need to do is stay clean 5 minutes. And then 5 more minutes. And then 5 more minutes. And they start to add up. It turns into 24 hours. And I exhale, you know. Oh, God, thank you. Because it's real with me. It's real with me. I have to give glory to where it comes from. Because Rob don't know how to stay sober. Rob don't know how to stay clean. But God does. And He does it for me on a daily. I'm a walking freaking miracle. And so are you. So you should give yourself a hand for being sober on the 4th of July. And here's another thing, man. I am honored that I get to speak on the 4th of July. Because you want to talk about some motherfucking freedom?
That's right.
Huh?
That's right.
You want to talk about some freedom? A brother is free today. A brother is free today. I don't have to get loaded. And the obsession is taken away. It's gone. Now, yeah, I get little thoughts here and there. They pop in, they pop out. Okay, when they pop in, I go to God. Like right now, God. And I'm telling you, it may sound funny, but it's the truth. That's where I go. I have to, because if I don't, I will walk down the street and find some dope. And that's my truth. I got 2 minutes. So here's the thing. I'm going to read something from the doctor's opinion real quick. It says, who have suffered alcoholic torture must believe. And I have must underline. Because I must believe it. That the body of an alcoholic is quite abnormal as his mind. It did not satisfy us to be told that we could not control our drinking just because we were maladjusted to life. Maladjusted, meaning not in harmony. Okay, so I wasn't in harmony with life. Also, that we were in full flight from reality. Damn. Or we were outright mental defectives. So what the book is telling me is that my motherfucking brain is broken. So I really don't know how I'm up here speaking to you. Okay? But I will tell you this. I sat in that chair and I prayed before I got up here. I prayed before I got up here. And I wouldn't have been able to say 10 words without that prayer. Because I'd have been like, real shit. Real shit. I'd have been up here like Diddy Dummy, you know? And not on purpose. Not on purpose. But that's just how it would be. If you be newer than me, and even if you're not, I would express that you have some sober experience. Some sober experience. All right? There's some promises that go along with working the steps, having a sponsor, doing the work. They're true. They're true. Find out for yourself. I encourage you to please find out. Bless you. God bless you. So, I want to thank everybody for being here tonight and sharing in my recovery as well as your own. I can promise you that without you, there is no me. I cannot do this by myself. I cannot do this by myself. This is a we program, not me. Thank you for letting me share.